This week we are going to be looking at weather effects. We're going to start off by looking at the most dramatic weather effects on sea level, and that's a storm surge. When we have strong winds and low pressure associated with the storm, it can push water up the coast and raise the water level significantly above high tide, which can lead to flooding and coastal erosion. We're also going to be looking at wave run-up and setup. You can hear and see the waves behind me. During a storm, again, you can get very, very big waves that can lead to significant coastal flooding, particularly on a high spring tide. And then finally, we're going to consider how storm surges and waves combine with high tides to actually lead to coastal flooding. And then in session 2, we're going to be doing some statistics. We'll do 2 videos on extreme value theory. And that's how we estimate what is a 1 in 100 year level. So when we build a flood defense, we want to ensure that it will protect the coast from, say, a 1 in 100, or if you're in the Netherlands, a 1 in 1,000, maybe even 1 in 10,000 years. How do we take sea level data and say, well, what is the level that's likely to only be exceeded once every 100 years or once every 1,000 years? And then finally, we'll look at coastal flooding itself. We'll look at the source, the pathway, receptor, and consequences of a flood. Now, I'm back again at Leap Beach. And again, the reason why I'm here is I spoke about this in the Mean Sea Level Week, but there is your cafe. That cafe used to look very different. I've come here for many, many years, 15 odd years, since I was a student myself. And that cafe was flooded on numerous occasions, but in 2013, 2014, there was a very strong whole period of storms. And on it's actually the Valentine's storm on the 14th of February 2014, that cafe was completely destroyed. It's a very popular cafe, so they've built it back, but this time they've elevated it so it's actually on stilts. So I hope you enjoy the material this week, and I look forward to interacting with you and talking about extreme sea levels and coastal flooding.